Start fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this is April's Fresh Start Budgets. Today it is sip, save, coffee and cash stuffing, where we will be sipping our Saturday morning coffee and stuffing our Saturday morning cash. Let's go ahead and count our money and see how much we have to stuff today. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. So we have our usual $200, and today we have our coffee, if you haven't noticed, in another one of my up cups. I love this one because it comes with this grape soda lid. And if you know up, you know the grape soda pin, and it is actually a lid to help keep the coffee warm. So the cup itself is this purple cup that has the grape soda on it. And I just love the fact that it comes with the lid that also helps to keep the coffee warm, and it is in the shape of a grape soda cap. So today I'm just hanging around the house. We're doing a little bit of tidying. Me and Junior are spending some time together before we do our weekly chores to get the house ready, because we are having some family over on Monday. So the first thing that we are going to do is our emergency fund. If you guys saw my last two Sip Saves videos, you saw that we completed 2 out of our 3 components to save for our emergency fund in 2025. We were doing a 2025 and 2025 from Ren over at Mischief Managed Budgets. We were doing a 2K challenge from D over at D Plans and Budgets, and we finished both of those. That is awesome. So the last thing that we are doing is we are going to put $130 a week into this challenge, and we are going to wrap this up, I would say probably within a month. So let's put $130 on the calculator, and we will start subtracting the highest numbers that we have in order to finish this one. So let's see what we have first. In our summer section, in order to finish that up, we have a 17, so minus 17. Okay, we have a 23. Okay, we have a 16. And we have a 12. Excellent. Okay, so we have finished officially the summer section of our 2025 and 2025. We're going to move into the final section, which is the fall section. So this is from Needed the Almost Organized Owl, and she has a message up here that says scratch off amounts are between 2 and 20. Since we have 60, let's go ahead and scratch at least one. Okay, that is a 5. So we're going to subtract the 5. Okay, we have 57 left. That's obviously more than the 20 here that the scratch off ones could top out at. So let's keep going on the scratch offs. Okay, there's that 20. Okay, we have 37 left, so we'll keep going on the scratch off. Oh, that one's a 19. Okay. All right, that leaves $18 left. And since $18 is less than what the possible top number is, even though I don't think that this would be a 20, a 19, and an 18 here, I'm not going to risk it. I am going to go ahead and take care of this number 18 right here. So let's go ahead and color that one in. And we will just do our last scratch off next week. So that is officially all of the money. We are down to 0. We're going to put in $130, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. And let me see if there's a $10 in our envelope, and then I could put in that last 20. So let's see what we have. Do we have 2 5s or some singles? We do not. Okay, so we are going to put in 5 and 10. So this last 20 will stay right here. All right, so let's count and see how much is in this challenge now. We have $1,000 sitting in the high yield savings account in this challenge bucket list, or for the emergency fund. So let's see how much we have in cash. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, and 77. Okay, so we have $1,577. Anytime we hit $500 in cash, we take out that money and we replace it with a placeholder and put the money into the high yield savings account. So we can do that now. Let me go ahead and get a placeholder. Okay, so we have a $500 placeholder that is going to represent this $500 that I am going to take and put in our high yield savings account today. So let me go ahead and put that over there. And we will now have the $1,576 that we are so close to being completed with this one. And I am so excited. Like I said, I think we will finish this one up within a month. And we will do absolutely really good things with that. Okay, so we are all done with this. Let me move that over there. We are going to go to our next challenge, which is one of mine. It's actually one of my newer ones from my Etsy shop. This is the Easily Distracted by Books and Coffee. Do I love my books? Absolutely. Do I love my coffee? Absolutely. Do I love when I could sit and enjoy a good book and a good hot cup of coffee? Absolutely. Have I been able to do that lately? No, not at all. But that's okay. I also really like audiobooks, so I will listen to audiobooks while I'm working. I have not started a new audiobook since I finished my last one, but I do have a couple on my Audible list that I will be hoping to start soon. So let's go ahead and we will do one or two of these. Okay, that is an 8. I'm going to do about $15 in here. The numbers on this one are 2 through 9. And like I said, this is from my Etsy shop. We'll do one of these over here. Okay, that's a 2. We'll do one more. Oh, that's a 6. Okay. So we're going to put $16 in this one to start it. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, and 16. If you guys are reading anything good lately, please let me know. I'm always looking for book recommendations. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is my group play collab between myself, Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets, and Jamie from Jamie RN Budgets. This is a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead walk into a beach bar. So what we're doing, I actually calculated that I believe we have 10 more spots available. So we are going to roll 10 dice instead of our normal 4. I will save whatever we roll. In our first place, we have my favorite drink, which is the Paloma. That is a grapefruit soda, tequila with a splash of lime. I personally like mine with a tahini rim. If you guys are interested in trying a Paloma for yourself and you like tahini, which is like a lime, a little bit of spicy lime type of thing, give that a go. That is really good. And in second place is a Midori sour. We did not end up drinking at all on our little anniversary getaway, so I did not get a Midori sour to try, but I told my husband that I wanted to try one, and he said that the next time we go out, for sure, he will be happy to order me one. So we will find a place that I can go to get one. So let's go ahead and roll these 5 dice and see if we can get a third and maybe a fourth place winner today, because the daiquiri is pretty close. It just needs 1, and the margarita just needs 2. I would be very happy with either of those drinks finishing third, because at least the top 3, I'm going to have one in real life. Okay, we have 2 number 6s, which is our pina colada. We have 1 number 3, which is our amaretto sour. I'm going to have to re-roll these 2, though, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, we have another number 3 for another amaretto sour, and let's see, I'm gonna have to re-roll this one. It landed on a 5, and we did, whoop, okay, it landed on a 3. So let's see, we have 3 for the amaretto sour and 2 for the pina colada. So I've never had an amaretto sour. That one I would be definitely willing to try. So that is $9 for the amaretto sour and $12 for the 2 pina coladas, so that is $21. There we go. Okay, so $20 and $1 going into this one. All right, let's see how much we have in here all together. And this is in the blonde, brunette, and a redhead walk into a beach bar. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. $130. That is awesome. I believe I calculated this is going to be like $147 once it was all said and done. So that is really, really, really good. So we will finish that one up hopefully next week, and we will have a 3rd place winner in the category there. All right, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to this binder. This is where I go along and I save in these random savings challenges. We left off right here where our little Boston Terrier paperclip is. I got this in the Tracy from Golden Girl Budgets Tracy box and the actual paperclip was made for that box by Budget with Carly. I thought that was super cute. I have 2 Boston Terriers, so I of course had to have this. All right, so we are doing these little shop bonuses, and we are going to draw one at random from in here. Let's see, we'll take this one right here. And this is a thanks so much for your order from Ellie on Earth. This is super cute. So let's do a couple of these. That is a 2. I'm using these to save for shoe IOU money. Anytime I get an IOU, I would like to have the money to keep that IOU away. And my son invented a game called Shoe IOU. It is available in my Ko-fi shop as a freebie. Here is my next one that I just printed a little bit ago. What you do is you fill it up like a normal savings challenge, and then once it's full to the tune of $60, you can draw from it anytime you get an IOU. Well, I filled it up and then I drew from it until it was gone. And I do get IOUs quite a lot, I realized. So I'm using these to kind of fill the place of shoe IOU for now, since I have a bunch of these, and usually the amounts aren't that big. So we drew a 2. Anytime we get a number that is less than 5, we will scratch again. Okay, that is a 1, so we'll go again. All right, so since we're still under 5, we're gonna go again. And there we go, we got a 5. Okay, so we're gonna do $8 into this one. We have 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So I'm going to put this money in this envelope. Anytime we finish one of these savings challenges, then I will say that the challenge is completed and we can pull the money out in order to add it to our IOU fund. So now we're going to come up here to the beginning. We have this one from Danny over at Craftco Budgets. And I got this in a happy mail from Danny for joining her I believe it was Postables, where you sign up for mailing lists for a YouTuber. But you know what time it is? It is coffee time. So when it gets hot, it really like creates a vacuum seal on there. All right, let's go ahead and take a sip of our grape soda cup coffee. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's do a couple of these because these are usually under 5. So I usually end up having to do a couple of these. And that one's 2, which is under 5, so we'll keep going. And that is 3, which makes 5, so we'll stop there. Okay, so $5 going into this one. All right, so I'm gonna leave the challenge out. Actually, no, I won't. I'll put the money and the challenge away, and then we'll come back and count it at the end. All right, the next one we're gonna go to is this one right here. This one is from Lemon Ivy. I got this for placing an order in her shop as well. Let's go ahead and do one of the 5s today. Okay. All right, we'll put that in there and add in the 5. All right, now we're gonna do this one. This is yoga. Namaste in bed all day. And this is from my Etsy. Let's go ahead and do this one right here. That is a 4. Since it's less than 5, we will do another one. And that is a 2. So we're gonna do $6 into this one. We'll definitely finish this one the next time we go around to it. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 and 6 into this one. Okay, this one we might end up with an IOU on it, but that's okay. We have this welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. So I got married in Las Vegas, and since we were celebrating my anniversary last weekend, I decided to throw this challenge in there. This is from Trish over at Wild Everest. So we are going to scratch one of these. Oh, that's a 9. That's not too bad. I thought this was going to be a little spicier than that, so I'm happy to see a nice, decent number that we can do today. We'll save the spice for next time. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is exactly what we had left. That is awesome. I love it when that happens. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in here, and we will see how much we have in this challenge altogether. We have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So we have $23 in this one. Okay, we are going to leave our paper clip on this one here. This is the Clearly You Aren't Fluent in Facial Expressions from Becca over at Becca Budget 777. There is only one scratcher on this, so we are gonna finish this next time. And we didn't get to this one. This is the 2025 Piggy Bank from our friend Letty over at Party Planner Papery. We did get a scratcher in here, so we will come back and hopefully do another few of those next time. And then over here in our challenge from Danny over at Craft Co Budgets, let's see how much we have in here all together. We have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. This is out of a possible 50, so we're just shy of halfway there. All right, this one, we only have 2 stickers left. So we only have the 4 and the 5. If we can make it around to this one next time, we'll probably be able to finish this one. This is out of $35, and we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and $26 in this one so far. So yeah, $9, we'll finish that one up next time. All right, this one is the Yoga Namaste in Bed All Day from my Etsy. Let's see how much we have in here so far. This one is out of $40, and we have 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34, which means that one is probably a 6. So we should finish that one next time if we can make it around to it. We will finish up quite a few next time. That'll be wonderful. And then, like I said, we left off that one, so we will start off on this one next time. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one, which is My Money Monday, saving all year long. See you then. Bye-bye.